Hello everyone, my name's Mark and I'd like to welcome you to this online breathwork journey. As we come together, I invite you to just take a moment to really arrive fully into this space and leave behind all the stuff of the day and come into your present moment awareness. You might do that just by taking a few deeper breaths, longer exhalations, and in doing that, maybe even connect with all the other participants who are here online, still very much part of a community of practitioners and like-minded people gathering together. So our breathwork session today will be an hour long and we'll be using conscious connected breathing together with music, and that will create a journey that will reach a peak about halfway through, and the music will increase in intensity up to that peak and then will open out into more expansive and allowing music. I'll be guiding you more closely as we embark on the journey and up towards the peak, and then I'll be allowing your own inner guidance to take over, and I'll be meeting you partway down the other side and land back together. And in that space there'll be opportunity for sharing experience if you would like to do that. And for some people it's kind of nice to write or draw or give some kind of creative expression to the experience, but yeah, it can be really helpful for integration and some group sharing in the end, and we actually learn from each other. For those of you who are new to breathwork, or as a reminder to most of you who already practice, our conscious connected breath is a deep and full inhalation from the belly, so filling the whole body with breath, and then a more passive exhalation. So it's going to look something like this. So there are no pauses, gaps, and important to just keep the fullness of that breath too. You might find that you settle into your own breathing pattern, which is great, and just remembering to always just breathe down into your belly, not just concentrating in the chest or forcing. We'll be using that conscious connected breath throughout the journey until I tell you to resume breathing through your nose. Our conscious connected breath can induce a number of physical changes in our physical body, as well as bring on various emotional, mental states. And hopefully you've signed a waiver, but as a precaution, if you have any of the following, you should be clear with yourself and have checked with your doctor that it's safe for you to participate. So our contraindications are cardiovascular disease, detached retina or glaucoma, epilepsy, brain or abdomen aneurysm, diagnosed schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, uncontrolled diabetes or thyroid conditions, high blood pressure, and pregnancy. If you do have any of those conditions, you're still welcome to participate, but really just by breathing through the nose and just enjoying the music and the journey and regular breathing, and it's still of benefit for you. If you have asthma, you can breathe through your nose, and please just ensure that you have your inhaler to hand as well. There'll be a bathroom break after these opening words and before we start, and I'll just play some gentle music as we settle in. Just join back in as you return, and better to start just a little bit late than getting it partway through and feeling unsteady, which is possible if you get up too quickly. If you haven't already, you'll want to just make yourself comfortable for the next hour. So for most of you, that'll be lying down, and you might like a pillow or a bolster under your knees, especially if you feel tension in your lower back. You might like to have a blanket over you and a pillow just to support your head, but maybe not too elevated with the pillows. We just want to make sure that the airway is nice and open and that you're just comfortable and at ease in your body for breathing. Sitting up is okay too. If that suits your situation or if it works better for you, that's fine. So if you're new to breathwork, you might be wondering what you might experience. As I mentioned, conscious connected breath can bring on a range of physical and mental emotional responses. Physically, you might feel like you want to move, which is absolutely fine. You might feel like your body wants to yawn or stretch or shake. You can tap your heels and hands if that helps. I find that kind of comes on for me quite naturally, but just allowing your body to move is the invitation. You might like to vocalize, especially in this sort of online setting. The overarching invitation is to just feel your experience and to allow it to be as it is, and to keep breathing a full conscious connected breath throughout. Another physical possibility is tetany, which is a cramping which you might feel in your hands or feet or in the jaw. Please know that that's completely normal and that you can continue with your conscious connected breathing, or you can back off the intensity of that a little bit if that helps, or you can resume just breathing through your nose too. You might also get a dry mouth, which you can alleviate a little by just pressing the tip of your tongue up against the soft palate behind your front teeth. It just creates a little bit of extra moisture. Mentally, emotionally, we can touch the whole spectrum, from the light and pleasant and even blissful to some more challenging or darker elements of human experience. And it's certainly possible to encounter entirely new feelings, experiences, arrive at different insights, and that is one of the wonderful aspects of a breathwork practice. In my experience, breathwork activates a part of our being which you might think of as an inner healing intelligence, and that goes far beyond our conscious mind. And it can show up in a really broad range of experiences, as I say, from wonderful and blissful to challenging. There is a beautiful richness to, as Socrates said, the explored or inquired life. It's kind of a rich thing for it. The depth and intensity of the experience can vary too, and that depends on lots of factors. Our physical, mental, emotional makeup, our life experience. For me, I always trust that I'm right where I need to be, and that's ultimately here, now, and experiencing whatever I'm experiencing. And yes, the big invitation is to just kind of go with it and enjoy the experience as it is, and to keep breathing. Please know that you are supported. Both me and my guidance, and there are angels and helpers available with online chat, and you can also raise your hand if if you need some support, please just do that clearly, and we'll make sure that you're looked after. You might also just take a moment now to consider your level of commitment to this journey, and that can depend on exactly where you are right now. So you might be feeling fully ready to make a big commitment, and that's wonderful. Or you might just be comfortable where you are. If you are feeling ready for a really good, deeper journey, I'd invite you to deepen your commitment to it and trust in the deeper strength and wisdom of your being, and knowing what a wonderful thing that can be. And I think for everyone too, just trusting in the process itself. I know that's something I always just come back to in my own practice, not just breath work, but other modalities too. It's also worth remembering that in breathwork, as with any practice, you are ultimately in charge of your own experience. And so if you find yourself in discomfort that you are finding it difficult to be with, you can back off the intensity of the breathing, or just return to breathing in and out through your nose. So with all of that said, we'll take a short bathroom break if needed. I'll put on some gentle music and we'll start our journey in a few minutes. And otherwise, please settle in, get comfortable, and prepare for your journey. You might even like to take a few moments to set some intentions for it.